Hello, everybody. I'm back. Thursday night, Minutes with Milo. Welcome to the show. And if you're watching live, thank you very much. If you're not watching live, if you're just watching, that's fantastic. So, let's get this out of the way up front. Like, subscribe, leave me a little pick-me-up note. Tell me how much you love it, hate it, wish you'd never seen it, but it's stuck into your brain, now you can't get rid of it. Excuse. So, do all that stuff, and then I'll leave you alone. Okay? That's a deal. That's a fair deal. All right, so tonight's show, I haven't done this in quite some time, and I wanted to get back to it because you just see the craziest stuff sometimes. You see the craziest stuff. And so I thought tonight we'd go back into Facebook Marketplace, kind of peruse around, look for some stuff, see what we can see, and just make fun of the stuff people are selling. I might find my next project. You might find your next project. I don't know. Might just find a good laugh. That's what we're hoping for. And maybe we'll learn something. So tonight's just kind of a lighthearted thing. See, have some fun, poke fun at these Facebook ads. And maybe the people will go, hey, that's not very funny, and leave me a comment. I don't know. All right, so let me get this set up. And where we're going. There it is. There's that beautiful Facebook Marketplace. Let's get here. Now, I don't know. I didn't really have any kind of topics. I didn't pick some stuff out. Just what? Flying by the seat of my britches. Britches. That's a funny word, britches. I like saying britches. Okay, there we go. Now, it's today's pick. So, if you know anything about Facebook Marketplace, cars. Cars are the number one thing I look at. Cars, motorcycles, and stuff like that. So, that's why it's on here. That's why the first thing coming up is cars. Oh, well, this is cool. I need to figure this out. Let me do what? That's not what we want. I want you to, there we go. I want you to slide over right there. Look at that. Check out this little mini skid steer. $3,500. I mean, this looks like a Tonka toy. Dude. How we can't get all that in the, why you gotta do that to me? I want to see the pictures. The pictures are some of the good stuff. That's not doing it. Alright. Well, we're going to have to go back and forth. I'm going to have to shrink it. Look at that little guy. I mean, the cage is taller than the whole thing's big. You know what I'm saying? Thing like homemade. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. Alright, mini skid steer, gas powered, runs great, operates as it should. I do think it needs a new belt. Comes with another smaller bucket. I really don't want to sell it, but I will. Okay. I want to trade for a decent golf cart. Okay. Not someone's junk. I will not answer any other trades other than a golf cart. Alright. So, he's wanting to trade. We'll just put you a golf cart body on this thing. Look at the excavator, little mini excavator there in the back. Guy's got some good toys. All right, so now we're doing this again. Let's shuffle that over to that side. Bring it in where you can see it. Let me get this going down here. Suzuki, GSXR, Bass Boats. 1975 Classic 712. What's that? What's a 712? 7x12. I guess it's a trailer. We're not even going to look at it. The Last of Us Part 2 Collector's Edition. What's that? The Last of Us Part 2. It's some kind of show that I don't ever watch. There's a washer and dryer, Whirlpool stackable washer and dryer set, Granite Falls, North Carolina. You ever seen those stackable ones? Those are pretty cool. Well, I'm clicking on you. So, they don't have them stacked right now, of course, obviously. Caution, don't wash your cat in here. Don't dry your cat in here. Dryer works good. Washer goes through all cycles, fills up and drains, but tub doesn't turn. Was told it needs a new board. These hold a lot for a stackable. How much do they want? They want $125, I assume, for the pair. That's a pretty good deal on the dryer if you just use the dryer. But it needs a board. It does all the stuff except turns the washer. I mean, I would think a belt. Let's take it apart and see if we've got a belt. Well, you know, I don't know those. Maybe they're direct drive. I don't know. Never had one apart. I had my dryer apart. It's a stackable. Because it squealed like a banshee. Get over here. What else we got going on? Ooh, $45,000 for this Mustang. Got twin turbonzos on it. I like these dune buggy things. Let's see, what else we got down in here? Oh, an old Datsun. 73 Pontiac's version of the Nova. Slide that over. Ventura roller. Was going to build a Nova, but have since changed direction. Will sell or trade for Fox bodies only. Very specific. And anybody that has a Fox body that's going to trade for this is going to have to put a lot of cash money with this car to get you a Fox body. That seam on the floor is not the best. I hope those things are just dropped in there. Can we zoom in on those? Looks like it's tack welded up through here. It's welded in right there, but this panel is way too high, so maybe it's something else sitting in there. We could only hope. We could only hope. Let's see. What else is going on in here? Today's picks. Compressor, wood, mini splits, welder. Ooh, kit car. What happened to you? Kit car. Got a video. Alright. That looks like a little Datsun kind of engine there. Hey, there's Robert. What's up, man? We're doing the old Facebook marketplace making fun of show tonight. Right now we're looking at a kit car. He's got a video and a picture of the engine. Let's see what the video is. 24 seconds. Alright, alright. A lot of fiberglass. A lot of fiberglass. $2,000. Kick. Now it says kick car. Needs to be put together. I don't know on the motor. Has Mustang 2 front and rear ends and suspension. Nissan motor. 32 Ford fiberglass kit. Custom frame. Done right. Done right. Remember that. All right. If you want your done right kit car, that's it. What else we got? Pontiac Firebird, 505 cubic plug, 5.3 Chevy motor. Moda. Got you a Moda, $550. That's not a bad deal. Looks like it's got all the accessories. It's out of an 03 Chevy Silverado, 148,000 miles, runs great, no ticks or smokes. It's all the way in Kentucky. All the way in Kentucky, but it's got all the stuff you'd need. It's got the alternator, power steering pump, fan, got all your hoses and poses on it, upper radiator hose. Yeah, that doesn't look like that would be a bad deal. Right there's your little turbo LS motor. Put that in that kit car and do away with the little four banger. Yeehaw. Big times. No, I didn't mean to click you that hard. Now here's another mini skid steer. Oh, this is a stand-on job. I've ran those things before. $4,500. Got some forks on it. Wow, it looks really new. Yep. Looks really about the same way that one I ran. I did a lot of work with that little thing. You'd be surprised what those will do. Yep. If you're, see, I forgot. Sorry, people. Yeah, going making fun of Facebook's always a go-to. All right, here we go. See, it's got some forks on it. Those things are really handy. I mean, if you had to get up and go in the gumption, you could buy that for $4,500. Hopefully, have a trailer. Start your little grading business, doing little small jobs. I mean, I rented it and did it myself, but I mean, you know, people need small jobs done. Like I just had my porch redone with this, you know, putting new concrete in it. Had to have the old busted out, put new concrete in it. Anyway, you know, the cement truck come up and pulled in the front yard so they wouldn't have to wheelbarrow it. Now I've got ruts, you know, holding water in my front yard 4 and 5 inches deep. And I need to get those filled. Or, you know, raked back down, tilled up, smoothed back out. And something like that would be really good, you know. I moved a bunch, and bunch is a shell with that. And the one I rented and ran at 8 hours, that was the cap. I wasn't about to pay their overtime money. But they come in handy. You know, it might take you a few years to build it. Ooh, a trebuchet. Everybody needs one of these trebuchets. Hold on, don't. Oh, there it goes. I know you couldn't see it. I was watching it. It's a catapult, a type of catapult. Let's see if we can. Where's my little shrink them down 90%, 80%. All right, let's just see. Lord, what happened? Quit it. Can you see it? There it goes. Swing. So I used to watch a show, I think it was called Northern Lights, and it was set in Alaska, and it followed the lives of these people. It wasn't a reality show. It was a sitcom, kind of dramatic, funny sitcom kind of deal. And people in Alaska are a different breed, and that's exactly the way this show was. Had all kinds of different people in it, different walks of life, you know, different reasons for being in Alaska and stuff. But anyway, I think it was some brothers that lived there, and they had one of these things, and it was like the town get together when they would sling something with it, and they slung a piano, caught it on fire, slung it. It was, I mean, you know, when there's nothing else to do, and you live in, you know, Bodunk, Alaska, seeing somebody sling a piano that's on fire from one of these things, Tribeca or whatever. So this is a Tribeca that I built as a project for an engineering class. The frame was built using 2x6s. The throwing arm is a 10-foot 4x4 and uses a 1x6 board as the sling runner, stopping board, and stiffing board. It can easily throw a 2-pound BOCCE ball 90 yards using only 200 pounds. It will accurately throw 50 yards with 130 pounds and can be adjusted to throw further or closer, and can be adjusted to throw heavier and lighter objects. The sling is made from denim and paracord and can be adjusted. 2 slings are included. It comes with 233 pounds of weight and everything needed to start throwing objects. It was built to fit perfectly in the back of a long bed truck, and the base is 8 foot by 46 inches. The arm can be taken off quickly and reassembled quickly, fully assembled, and with weights on and not loaded. It stands roughly 16 feet tall. $500, open to trades. Cash is the king man. All right, so here might be a weak point that I see, is this rod here, because that's going to take a lot of abuse. But here are the slings back in here. So as you pull, this goes under here, the weights go up, and when you release it, the weights force down on this end, the long end goes up, dragging the string up and around and slings it out. Yeah. So there it is. See, when the weight comes down from up here, it swings around, this goes up and around and slings it out. It's about a timing. All right. So watch it here. See, the weights are up, it goes around and slings that, whatever it was, out. See it laying down there it goes, and out it goes. Pretty cool, pretty cool. What's this little dude here? An autonomous floor scrubber. And autonomous. Well, it looks like it's got a place somebody could sit on it. That means it doesn't run by itself. This machine was working when taken out of service. No batteries come with it. Huh. All right then. It doesn't, whatever. Piggy bank. Some denim jeans. a McDonald ring. Let's see what is a McDonald ring. Well, there you have it. It is a McDonald ring. I think it's a McDonald manager ring, still in box, never used. If you got a big old hunky, look at this person's finger. You see that? Ow! Man, that's wicked right there. You see it in there, Robert? Close one eye, you'll be able to see it better. Huh. That's a pretty good sized ring. Buy some pallets, $2 a piece. Wood carvings, that's pretty cool. Look at these things. That's wild. Huh. Out of Sevierville. Who would have thunk it? No. Who would have thunk it? What? You're not seeing that, all of that, are you? All right. A 7-foot Kevin carving. Kevin is a minion, in case you didn't know. Will not reply to is this available. If it's listed, it's available. Everybody says that. These are carved by artists who put a great deal of time into the work. Serious inquiries only. 7 foot tall, freshly made. Take home with you today, $1,300. So, it looks better from a distance. He looks better from a distance. There's something about his face that is just a little off. I mean, it's by far 1,000 times better than anything I could do, but still, $1,300 worth. There's a street strip 92 Dodge Dakota truck. Let's see what that thing looks like. BLHJ, Purple Heart recipient. Tag. The 92 Dakota with a built 440 torque flight 747 transmission, a 4.9-inch rear end. Claremont, North Carolina. Scotty Gobble's got it. I like yellow cars, but and trucks. Something about that yellow though, I'm not super crazy about it. I like a little more orange in mine. Pretty straight truck, looks like. You got $12,500 to spend on it. Oh, let me show you this one. Yeah, look at this. Did y'all get to see the truck? I didn't notice. I thought I had it centered for y'all. Did you see the truck? No, you didn't get to see it, I don't think. Maybe you did get to see it. Alright, let's go back. When I do that, how does it play it? How does that play out? That don't play out well. Let me get over here. What am I doing, people? I don't have a clue. Have you noticed that lately? I don't have a clue. Alright, so down here, $6,080 looking for Bristol, Virginia. Alright, we just got to find out what's going on here. So, this person, Amanda Rose, puts out the mushroom stoned, what are the blue people? Smurfs. So that you will look at her ad. It says, I need a bicycle, a 24 to 26, I'm assuming inch, in price, no more than 80. Bristol, Virginia. So she's looking for a 24, 26-inch bike that costs no more than $80. Huh. Why does Amanda Rose need a bicycle? No more than $80. I may have one no more than $80. But do I want to get rid of one? I don't know. Whoa. There's a 270-inch Mike Boss top dragster. Didn't know he made full-size dragsters. I've seen this one here before. Let's look at this one. I like this motorhome thing. Now, let's get it over here. I like the door. Check out the door. I'm digging on the door. See it? I like it. I like it already. Got some pretty stuff. That's like a honest to gosh wooden door. And look back in here. Now this kind of freaks me out a little bit. All right, so you got 3 seats on this side, 2 seats on that side. But they're facing each other and they're sideways going down the road. Now, I understand you don't have a lot of choices in a bus like this. All right, so let's take some inventory. Got a TV, got an RV air conditioner, got a household hutch dresser looking thing there. See? I don't know. Got a baby refrigerator here and a shelf or a cabinet. Let's get rid of some of those cabinets and put us some more refrigerator space in there. So here's your shelving. Now I saw this. Check out this shower. It's got a sliding barn door for the shower. Cedar shingles for part of the shower, and then that corrugated galvanized steel water trough siding for the sides. And apparently they poured some concrete or epoxy with rocks in it for the floor, which is a cool idea. I mean, it's different. There's a barn door slid shut. Now what I really like is this part of it, the bunk areas. So if you notice they had 5 seats, and you got your driver and your passengers, so that's 7 total. But I think it's like mom and dad and 3 or 4 kids. Why? Because they got 5 beds, 4 of which are bunks, and then 1 master bed. So check that out. That's really cool. I like it. Look, it's got a little bunny, so it's probably a kid's. But I like the fact that it's kind of enclosed, which kind of reminds me of like maybe a sailing boat or a ship that you would try to sleep in a berth while the boat was rocking. Now, there's all trains of thought on this RV stuff. So if you're an RVer and you're going to Florida or you're going across country, and you had kids, would you feel safe driving down the road and them sleeping in bunks like this? Or would you just draw the line and say, if you're not buckled into a seat, we're not moving down the road. We'll just pull over. We'll camp at a campground or Walmart or something and sleep. But nobody sleeps while the RVs move. I mean, we'll look at these seats again in a second. So there's you another one. It's blue, so maybe boy, but the books are pink. I don't know. Some shelves. Now this looks like the master bedroom, what I would consider master bedroom. It looks like, some homemade pallets there for a bed frame with a mattress on it. And then this emergency hatch door, I'm assuming, is the back of the bus. All right, so here are your seats. And they're facing sideways, and they have what looks like good seat belts. So, that's 4. Now, how many was on this side? Okay, so I counted 3 here, but there's actually 4 on this side and 2 on that side. So 6 seating, total seating. And some of these maybe they fixed those out so some of them would lay down into a sofa. But I don't know. I don't know if I would let my kids, young kids, older kids, adults, anybody sleep, while the RV's in motion, because if you have a crash, there's no seat belts in your bed. There could be, I guess, if you didn't mind feeling like you were, being held captive or something. I just don't know. But I know, like, if you were a rock star band and you just played a gig and you were traveling, 18 hours to your next show, you're going to climb on the bus, you're going to lay down in bed, and you're going to sleep, right? You're just going to sleep and take your chances that the bus driver doesn't crash. Now, truck drivers that have partners, long haul truck drivers with, a partner, one will sleep and the other one drives. I don't know. It's a toss up. But if you were of the mind where the kids and the people could sleep while somebody was driving, this would be pretty cool, because you wouldn't roll out. 22 grand for that setup. I don't know if it's worth it. It's pretty cool. There's your $500,000 boat. Holy bejeebies, man. The 2023 Outer Limits Cat 37 SC. Let's just see what $500,000 will buy you. In the boat department. Wow. Man, that's crazy. They've reduced it to $20,000. It was $549,000. Where are these? This is in Rutherfordton, North Carolina. You have to have big, big, big old lakes to put this thing on. All right. So it's got 4 seats in the back. 2. Most boats are right-hand drive. This is a left-hand drive, like a car. Got you TV, I guess. I don't know. 2 outboards. Pretty slick looking. Pretty slick. Step up on the trailer so you can climb up into the boat. Is it a tri-hull? Is it a split hull? All right, so here's my question. Yes, it is. It's a split hull. I don't know exactly what you call that. Yeah, riding the back of the trucks. It's still legal, as far as I know, riding the back of a pickup truck as long as you're 16 years old or older. So this boat that's over $500,000, I think its only purpose. Now I used to have a boat. It was a walk-through windshield pleasure craft thing. Okay, V hull. You know, I could pull skiers, inner tubes. You know, it you could go out on the lake and tie up, and you could seats folded down so you could lay out in the sun in the boat. It had a little step ladder that you could get in and out of the water with. So it was kind of an all around. And like I said, it had a walk through windshield. So in the V part of the bow, there was kind of a circular, you know, couch like area. You sit up there, you know, to 4 seats facing forward and 2 seats facing back because they were, you know, sit up like a teepee. And it would go fast and you could have fun. This thing, I mean, sure, you know, any boat you could get, you could pull a skier or you could pull an inner tube or you could pull one of those, you know, inflatable things everybody holds on to. But my gosh, man, this boat is, to me, you're spending nothing but money on this thing to go very fast in it with your family. I don't miss my boat. I really don't. It was a pain. I really enjoyed it when we first bought it. We used to go out all the time. Then we had kids, and so we had to cut it back a little bit when they were really young. And then when they got to be bigger, we took it back out. But it just got to be the people at the boat ramps, the people on the lake. It was maddening, maddening. I just don't know what you'd use this boat for, anything than just blowing down the lake, you know, at 100 miles an hour, which, you know, may be fun for a little while, but I mean, it ain't $500,000 fun, not in my book. Let's see. Let's check out some other categories here. Always like these. Let's look at some rental property. What are we looking for? We had a cheap slip. That must have been a long time ago because I bet you slips ain't cheap, even the tiniest ones. Or a friend of mine used to have it wasn't even a slip, it was a buoy. They took his boat and tied it to a buoy, and they had all kinds of that. And so you would call, or when you went there, the best thing to do was to call ahead because they would go out and get the boat, bring it off the buoy, bring it back to the dock. You could have them fill it up and do all that stuff with the, you know, the gasoline. And then when you got there, you were ready to go. And that was okay. Don't think I never left my boat in the water more than overnight. Never. It just, I would pull it out. We washed it after every trip, rinsed it down, the whole 9 yards. And Harvey, back when old Harvey had it, Rockingham Dock. I don't ever remember hearing of Rockingham Dock on Boone. Was it down towards Johnson City, down that way? I never got down that way on Boone Lake. So I guess it had to have been down that way, wasn't it? Rockingham. All right, let's see what we got. Johnson City, 16 downtown because of the school. Let's see. What can you find? Let's go to Boone. Boone's kind of a small college town. That's it. How does this work? When I click on one of these, where does it take? This thing's killing me. Oh, here's something. Here's what you need. Sleep in your truck. Well, now that's kind of weird. One bed, one bath apartment, $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month. Oh, okay. So when you said on Boone, it was on Watauga, on the Watauga side. Okay, gotcha. Been Jay's, between Jay's and the dam. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to, I mean, like I said, I've never been on that part of the lake before. Because South Holston or the upper part of Boone, where Bluff City is, that's the only part I'd ever been on. I went to Lake Norman. I used to have relatives that, through marriage, not blood relatives, but anyway, they had a place on Lake Norman over in North Carolina, and that thing was huge, huge lake. The first time and only time I've ever seen bathtub races. So I can't remember the rules because I was young, but basically they would take bathtubs of all kinds and put little motors on them and run them around the lake. Pretty crazy. All right, so I wish you could see, I guess you can see this. So you get a one bed, one bath apartment, Charlotte, North Carolina, and apparently it comes with one car garage. So in my book, here's your house, here's your apartment, and this is your garage. And you can see there's a car parked here. And you got this truck parked up here, but here's his garage. Yeah, it looks like the back of a trailer. Like they've taken the, well, it's hard to tell. Can you see this dark material here? That's metal, so it's steel with wood floor on it that rides up in there. Seems a little much, yeah, it does. For a one, we're talking Charlotte though, you know. Let's see what we got up close to Abington. Well, you're supposed to be able to click on this little button and then it brings them up. Here's one I thought was interesting. One bed, one bath house, $1,000 a month. Well, shoot, that looks pretty good. Got a washer dryer, well, a washer hookup. I'm assuming there's a dryer hookup there somewhere. Yeah, this is nice. Wow, $1,000 a month. This is in Limestone, Tennessee. One bed, one bath, central AC, not electric heat. So air conditioning, electric heat, parking's available. It's unfurnished, even though this shows furniture in it, of course. 1 year lease. There's your mini split. Is that what they call those things? Got the old shower sliding door stuff. That's a pretty cool place. Yeah. So now they call it a one bed. But this looks like 2 beds, right? Well, you can't even see it. How can I get that up there so you can see it? Can you see that a little bit? Maybe if I did full screen. But this is like a bed here and another mattress over there. So it says one, see here? That looks like 2 beds. Very small over here on this side. I don't know, man. That's really cool. Doesn't give the square footage. Of course, now it's in limestone, which is, unless you had a reason to be there. I wish it showed more from the outside. You see, it's got a staircase, so it's a 2-story. And I'm assuming that's upstairs, but what's on the other side of that room? There's got to be something on the other side. Because up here you can see another deck, and this is the 2nd level. Pretty cozy place. Pretty cozy. What have we got? Alright, now this is funny. Here's your studio house. 0 bath house, $2,000 a month. Looks like a warehouse. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Whoa. It's at 905 West Watauga Avenue in Johnson City. Coffee of Ethiopia. Is that is that your view from your home? Wow. Okay. All righty. Go to Hilton's, Virginia. Hilton's, Virginia. 2 bed, 2 bath house. A house with wheels. Better like your, well, dang it, you can't really see. Better like your neighbors, are really close. Yep, definitely got the mobile home look. All right, go back. How do we get out of rental property? Let's see. What's always fun? Hobbies. Gardening outdoor. It's getting to be about garden planting season. Let's see what we got good for gardening outdoor. There's another business I found. You buy the mini excavators and a $3,000 remote control track mower. You can mow some really steep banks with something like that. Apparently it doesn't even move. Just a 51-second. Oh, there it goes. It's lifting up now. Well, let's mow something, people. There you go. Well, look how it tears up the yard. Look at that. It done tore up my grass. No thank you. $3 grand for that. A teak wood table seats 12. 16 by 40 shed. Ooh, here we go. 75-gallon copper pot steel. Well, well, well. So this guy or these people or whoever are making these or assembling these or something, because it says lead time is 10 to 11 weeks. So I guaranteed what they're doing, daggone you, is they're buying these out of China and having them shipped. That's the reason you've got a 10 to 12 week waiting period. One half good faith deposit of $3,500 is due up front before getting started. The remaining balance, this is $7,000. $7,000. It says it yields 18 to 20 gallons of essential oils. Essential oils. Who's making essential oils with this thing? Making shine with that. That's what you do with it. Essential oils. Double garage metal shed. What's that? Oh, cool. A 22 by 23 metal garage, brand new in box, $4,300. And you assemble it at home. $4,300. I don't know. Just don't know. $13,000 for this dealio here. Looking to sell this building that's still brand new, nothing been done to it yet, still the way it was when it was delivered. Has a porch, 2 windows, floor insulation, roof tar paper entire roof, roof ridge vent, electric breaker box, 3 15-amp breakers, 6 outlets, 4 light inserts, and a light switch. Asking $15,000. Was asking 15, now asking 13. You got to pay to move. Well, I hate that for them. Looks like they were in the process of making a tiny home out of it. They got it right on the side of the road, though. See, here's the road. Put it up on a little hill and let the place grow up around it. Huh. 14 by 40 barn. Pretty good long length. Not very. $14 by 24 studio premier shed. $500. I wouldn't mind having a Quonset hut instead of the barn. So this is a 35 by 45 and 17 feet in the middle. Selling a brand new Q-style hut, still on pallets, 45 feet and 5.5 inches by 35 feet and 2.5 inches, 17.6 feet tall. 18 gauge steel with face plates, all the fasteners and plans approved for Western North Carolina. Delivery may be arranged. Price reduced to $19,500. Now see, something like this would be cool, but it'd take a lot of money to turn it from this to this and make it livable, because you got a lot of wasted space in the whole arch here. They put theirs up on blocks to give it extra height, which is smart. Hmm. Yeah, you're thinking a garage, yeah. But I mean, that's cool. It's got an upper story too, but they're pretty low ceilings. Yeah, Quonset hut would be cool because you know the whole construction thing where you can, you know, uh, lay it up a panel at a time. Well, get back. Didn't mean to click on that. Mud mower project runs good. $350. Zero turn lawnmower, $800. That's kind of a funny looking lawnmower right there. Zero turn. A wind turbine. Huh. Kind of a wild thing for $75. Concrete Mary. Yard barn. Here's your tiny home. They call it a shed. 10 by 16 shed for sale. Has been insulated and drywalled. Also has electricity ran to it. $5,000 the best offer. Must find someone to move it. No trades, no scams, cash only. Huh. It's seen a day or two. There's your electricity run to it through the back window. So let's see. All right, so there's the bedroom. You can't really see it. If you're going to advertise these things for sale and stuff, clean it up, man. Clean it up. Get your dirty clothes out of the floor. Make your bed. You know, do something with it. Yeah. Got his hard hat. What are those things? Winky dinkies? Clean it up. Clean it up. Sporting goods. Let's see what we got in sporting goods. Everybody wants an adult leather dummy. I'm not sure I understand the purpose here. For karate or boxing practice. Okay. You think it blows up? You think it blows up? Huh. Be kind of a Friday the 13th vibe. Early 1900s military cook tent. I wonder why they call that a cook tent. She's seen a day or two. Pretty rough shape. Oh, cool. Check out this old canoe, man. That's crazy. $3 grand for that thing. But it's pretty nice. That is really nice. Look at that. Old Town Canoe is what it looks like. Yep. Made in Maine. Old Town, Maine, USA. The 11-foot trapper canoe. Garage capped to last 10 years. Wow, it's got a serial number and everything. That's pretty awesome. Look at that. Wow. I had it hoisted up in the top of their garage. Pretty sweet. Entire gym set up for $1,700. There you go, Roberto. Mr. Atlas, that could be you. Not a bad setup. It's got your squat rack and everything, so you can do multiple exercises in the safety of your own home. Some plates. What else we got? Some pull down straps and stuff like that. Dumbbells, yoga mats, rubber mats to put it on the floor. Well, that's not a bad setup. Chin up, benches, squats. I don't know what these things are here for. That's a pretty good setup. Oh, got a kettlebell. Yeah. $1,700. It could be yours. $20 bowling ball. What's this, a bow? Shoot, yeah, it is. Almost $1,000 for that critter. Somebody's serious about their bow and arrow hunting, shooting. No doubt. Another bowling ball. Pool table. I don't understand. A 1938 or 39 something something antique pool table with slat tops. Huh. Well, that's crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. Muscle up equipment. There's a foosball table. I've got a foosball table. Somebody wants to come get it. Nice pool table. Ooh, check out the leather helmet. Not for $1,000. It's nice, but not for $1,000, dude. Camping kitchen. It looks like that's an awful lot to put up with just to cook a little something when you're camping. Man. Meta view. Lots of pool tables. There's you some chaps. Woohoo! Oh, 4-pound weight pucks. What do you think they use weight pucks? Trading or buying, you can buy them separate for $2.50 a piece. What would you use a 4-pound weight puck for? I mean, I have some weight stuff that comes in pretty handy, but it's more than 4 pounds. Of course, it's bigger than a puck, too. Oh, here you go. Hot tent. $2,000 for a hot tent. It's 11 by 11, though. So this isn't even the real tent. This is just a stock photo. Bought it and set it up once. Let's see. Purchased new in August 22. New condition. Set up once in the yard. photo from manufacturer's website. New, they're $24.73. The dude wants $2,000 for it. I mean, that's cool. Be a lot into the setup and take down of it though. Golf clubs. What else we got? Hobies. How about some Hobies? Ah, vintage Pepsi machine. It's the old bottle style. Bottles come out there. Open the door and pull your bottle out. Yeah, man. That'd be the way to go. This old Ringer washer machine. Goodness, look at that. Swooshy, swooshy, swooshy. Surprised that thing still works. I want $250 for that. LS Swap Mustang Pigeon Forge for 11 grand. Oh, it's got Robert's name written all over it. Big wheel bicycle. Vintage high wheeler penny farthing collection in Western Union Tribute. I'm listing these for someone else. These were gathered as the Greenlee Heritage Collection. The plans have since changed. If you have questions, feel free to private message. These must be sold as a group only. You will not separate them. He's asking $55,500 for all 5 of them. They must be picked up. We will not ship them. The stands plus 2 extra stands are included with the sale. They should be for that kind of money. Price is firm. No negotiating. And again, we will not separate them. Individual pictures available on request. So they are not reproductions. Circa 1888. Look at them things, man. That's cool. Square body Chevrolet 4-wheel drive step side, one of my favorite body styles, 5 grand. Yalsa, Yalsa. All right. Well, we've dilly-dallied a bunch. Didn't come across any really good, funny stuff I didn't look at any campers. Campers are a place where you can find pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff. But still, I like looking. Just look down through there, scroll through there and see what you can see, and then something catch your eye and you go, yeah, what is that? That's a Farmall bicycle? What? You know what I mean. It's just fun to look. All right, everybody. And that includes Robert. Appreciate you coming by, watching the show. Leave me a comment. Check out my other videos. And hope you have a good weekend. It's race weekend in Bristol. So remember that. Big race. Is the big race Saturday or Sunday? I don't know. Just be careful with all the traffic, all the crazies. Because you know they're going to get out there and drinking and driving and walking and yahooing and hooping and hollering. So just be careful out there. Thursdays, 9 o'clock. Check it out. Oh, that's there. So, yeah, that button. Let's press this button, see what happens. All right.